Hello and welcome, beautiful Aquarius. My name is Elena Valdez, and I am here to do your timeless love reading. I hope you enjoy this, and if you do, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps my channel tremendously, and I would appreciate it. So today we're going to keep it simple with this love reading. We're going to ask for the major challenge in the situation, how the other may view you, how you view them, get some advice, and all that good stuff. At the end of the reading, I'm going to pull a yes or no card to answer any question that you may be having at this time. So start thinking about a question that you need a yes or no answer to, so that at the end of the reading you get your card, you get your answer on it. All right, beautiful Aquarius, what is the major challenge in love that you are facing at the time of this reading, or at the time that you find this reading? What is a major challenge or issue that you may be having currently? Let's see, dear Aquarius. Oh. Okay, so out of the gate, you have the Emperor. Let's see if we get a couple more cards for your challenge. Oh, Pride. Is pride in your way, lovely Aquarius? Okay, so a couple of things here. You got the Emperor, and you got the Emperor, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Swords. And this is your challenge. So your challenge is either A, you are being very stubborn and maybe self-fulfilled. Nothing wrong with that, right? Like self-fulfilled, and really don't want to deal with anything with anyone or any drama. Like you're like, nah, I don't think so. I don't want to do this. I'm just going to go off on my own, move away from any potential situation with anyone, because I just don't want to deal with stuff that comes up with love and whatnot. That's one thing that's a potential challenge. The other challenge is that the person or the individual that you're dealing with may potentially be your boss or someone of authority that maybe is highly revered by others, right? Highly looked up at from others, or potentially you are looking up at this individual. So for that group, it feels like there's a little bit of imbalance here in terms of power, or imbalance of maybe position. So maybe you are finding yourself attracted to someone in power that is not necessarily available. Okay, so the challenge here is deciding whether or not this is a healthy situation for you, Aquarius, for that second group. The first group, you're the one who's being stubborn. You're the one who's sort of like, I am happy, content on my own. I don't want any of this. And the other group is dealing with an attraction towards someone who is maybe a little bit too powerful, or maybe a bit stubborn, but definitely higher up on some kind of hierarchy thing. It could be a group that you belong to. It can potentially be at work, or maybe someone that you see to have that type of power status. All right, so let's see how the other individual is viewing you, if there is another individual. And sometimes this can be the very person that you're actually thinking of at the time that you come to this reading, or it can also be someone who is maybe who you don't even know admires you, okay, who you don't even know is interested in you, dear Aquarius. So yeah, let's find out. Let's find out how they are viewing you, lovely Aquarius. But definitely someone stubborn here, something going on here, some power dynamic happening here. And you're wondering if you need to move away from it. For some of you, you very much do work with an individual that you're interested in, and you're trying to figure out whether or not the best move is for you to move away from that work environment. How they are viewing you. Oh my gosh, yeah. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, but in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. So I'm getting the sense, again, I'm feeling position of authority, position of rank, position of, maybe this is even age. This can potentially be an age situation where there's an age gap. How they are seeing you is they're unable, it's almost like maybe there's a feeling that they're unable to tap into you because it would disrupt a community, a group environment, a work environment. So either A, they are aware that you have this interest in them, this type of interest in them, but they're like, oh, I need to stay away from the situation because it can cause some kind of conflict within the group, within the working environment. So for some of you, if this is in the workplace, some of you, this is family, some of you, this is a friend group, right? And so you see how the Knight of Swords, the action is moving away from that. It's almost like this individual is like, oh, hell no, I don't want anything to do with this, potentially something that's going to disrupt the flow, right? Because the flow usually is upright. The flow of people working together is upright, but here it's in reverse. So it's like this individual is having a difficult time figuring out, well, how do I, it's like they don't want to disrupt that workflow. So they're moving away so that they can keep all things equal here with the Queen of Wands. Like they want the leadership to remain intact. So whether it's their leadership or your leadership, they want the creativity to remain firm, steady, still, all good, right? So some of you it's an interesting situation. I feel like there's this interest, and I do think there's some kind of age gap happening here. And you are aware that, well, this is from their perspective. They are aware that this would disrupt some kind of friendship. It would disrupt something, and that's not the direction they want to go. Or it concerns them, right? Let's get clarifiers. You know, Aquarians are always, not always, I know that's a generality. For the most part, Aquarians are always about future thinking, right? They're always ahead of the curve. They're always thinking ahead. And it wouldn't surprise me that that's how you're thinking of the situation too, right? Like you're thinking of like being attracted to somebody who's maybe more mature or someone who's ahead of the curve, or, I mean, it could be the other way around, the other way as well. Let's see. What are the clarifiers for our lovely Aquarius? This one needs to go. The Moon, the King of Pentacles, and Temperance. So this friend may potentially be an earth sign that you're interested in, or a Sagittarius, because the Temperance card is confirming the Queen of Wands here. Okay. So the person that you are interested in, or the person who is interested in you, may potentially either be an earth sign, so potentially a Capricorn, or a Taurus, or a Virgo, or a Sagittarius. Those are the signs I'm getting here. Now the Moon is here, but the Moon is here clarifying the Knight of Swords, which is that same energy of, I don't really want to get involved. I don't really want to go there. Maybe there's been, it feels like in the recent past, someone declared or admitted maybe a crush to someone here with the King of Swords and the Moon. It's almost like they uncovered feelings. So either you uncovered feelings to them, or they uncovered feelings to you, and that made them be like, whoa, wait a minute, this is going to disrupt what we've got going here, either the friendship or the workplace. And so there's a little bit of that conflict. But yeah, so I'm not sure if this is unrequited yet. We don't know. Let's open it up and see how you view them. So this may potentially be them, right? Being into you. Maybe they at one point confessed or let you know that they were interested in you, and you were like, no, you're just a friend. We're just friends, or we work together. This is how they view you. I'm sorry, how you view them. So you kind of feel like there might be potential there. Like you wouldn't be, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. So you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant in reverse and the Ace of Cups. So I don't necessarily think that you're feeling that they would be someone that you can go the distance with, but you are open to something here with the ace. You got two aces here. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So there is some potential that you see, but you know, the aces and the pages are always potential, pure potential, right? It's the beginning stages of something. So in this case, you have the beginning stages of creating something tangible with the Ace of Pentacles, and then the beginning stages of creating something romantic, right? But the Hierophant is in reverse, smack in the middle of these two. So that tells me that there's like a beginning stage, but then it doesn't go any further, right? And it's almost like either you're seeing like you're potentially attracted to this person, or they're attracted to you, but you're kind of like, yeah, it kind of doesn't go any further than that. Like it's only like the beginning stages of a crush or the beginning stages of a confession of someone likes someone, but there's this understanding that it cannot go anywhere from there. Any further from there with the Hierophant in reverse. Let's clarify that. And again, that's from your perspective, right? Like you're seeing it as, yeah, I know I have this crush, or you have this crush, or we feel this way, but there is a recognition though of interest for sure. Oops. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Wands, Five of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like there's a recognition on your side, dear Aquarius, that if this Hierophant were in upright position, meaning if this Hierophant, if this were a thing, if this were to become a thing, it would impede upon your liberties, if you will, or your freedom, with the Four of Wands confirming or clarifying the Hierophant, right? And the Four of Wands, it's funny, like the Four of Wands in the traditional deck, Rider-Waite deck, is a bit more about stabilizing a relationship. However, this Four of Wands for me is a little bit more indicative of maintaining your freedom. And yes, your freedom and the fun can be with this other person, but remember, it's clarifying the Hierophant in reverse. So what this tells me is that you recognize that it would interrupt some kind of freedom within that relating with that person. So whether it's a person that you work with, a friend, or whatever this individual is, you recognize that although it may be fun to have something with this individual, it may also disrupt the easy flow of it, right? Like there's a risk that you would be taking here. The Seven of Pentacles here is also is clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, which, remember, the Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of anything, and then the Seven of Pentacles is where we start to see the benefits of something, right? So there's a potential here that if you were to open up to this, that you could see a good return on it, right? On this investment, whether it's emotional or what have you. The problem is that here the Five of Wands clarifies the Ace of Cups. So it's almost like the two of you have an awareness, or like you are aware that the two of you could get along and could maybe create something tangible to some extent, yet the romantic side of it would come with conflict or competition. Like potentially there's also someone else here in the mix that you are aware of that they're interested in or that you're interested in. So this is very interesting, Aquarius. Very, very interesting. But either way, it doesn't feel like anyone's too bent out of shape here. Like it doesn't feel like if you were to reject them or they were to reject you, that it would really disrupt anything too much. Like it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like a weird thing like that you have to worry about, like, oh, if I say no or if they say no, it will mess up everything forever. No, I think if anything, you know that not moving forward in the situation is probably the best thing for both sides. All right, so let's get some advice. You got all the aces. All ready for advice. You got the Ace of Swords. So keeping your communication innocent not more than what it is number one on your advice, dear Aquarius. Making sure that you don't misinterpret your communication with this individual for more than what it is, and vice versa, that you don't give them the feeling or misrepresentation that you are somewhere that you are not. So maintaining your communication clear, even if it means that you may make them feel rejected, because this is the card of feeling rejected, feeling a kind of like you missed out on something. So being clear about your intentions so that regardless if it hurts someone and also you, right? Like this could be potentially something that's making you not feel so great about it turning out this way. And then realizing that there's a different path or a different purpose to this connection here with the world ending it. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that there's a different purpose. I don't think the purpose is meant to be romantic, even though you may have feelings for one another somehow, or one may have an interest, if you will. The truth here is that maybe there a little bit of a rejection needs to take place because you need to kind of close the idea that this may potentially be something else, because the purpose is not this. It's not romantic. The purpose is meant to be something else. So maybe the purpose is that you work with this person, or that you create something, or that you're roommates, or that you are whatever, right? Okay, with that said, think about the question that you need a yes or no answer to, dear Aquarius, and we're going to ask. We're going to ask the cards. So the advice again is to be clear. Talk it out. Be okay with disappointing someone, and vice versa. Be okay with being disappointed, okay? All right. What is the answer for Aquarius? Is it a yes or is it a no? Let's find out. Is it a yes or is it a no? Is it a yes or is it a no? Okay. The answer is no, and you got the Tower. So whatever your question was, it would create some kind of chaos if you went with yes. Therefore, the answer is no. Otherwise, it's going to crumble some foundation. It's going to crumble something. So your answer is no. All right. That's it, my beautiful, lovely Aquarius. Thank you for being here. And please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends about my channel. I would be greatly appreciative to you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you here next time. Bye.